I'm Kristen with the Creative Peacock, and today I want to talk about why I am a DIY queen and why I have trust issues. I love things all DIY. Sometimes I'm just too cheap to pay for it. Sometimes I want to get creative and make it myself. But over the years, we've owned numerous homes and we've hired contractors to do different things for us. I haven't been happy with the outcome of these things that we've hired people to do. Like, I felt like I could have done better and we paid way too much. For example, my dining room table. So, a little backstory on our dining room table. This was actually a tree that came from Greenville, Maine, where my stepdad has a camp. He brought it down to us in Connecticut. And it was cut into big slabs, but we had to do everything. We had to plane it, we had to join it. Easily, you could fit 8 to 10 people on one side, 8 to 10 people on the other side, at each end you could fit at least 2 people. We have great memories of this because this was in the house the last time we had our whole family together, meaning both my boys were in high school, our daughter was with us, Christmas, Thanksgiving. We were hosting a pasta dinner for the whole soccer team. And we decided, let's make the table fun. We threw like a plastic tablecloth over it. And we never did it anymore because we kind of were at an end. I wanted breadboards. And if you don't know what breadboards are, it's this part on the end here that goes the up. So if your table goes this way, a breadboard will come to it. Like an old farmhouse table. That's what I ultimately wanted. When we got down to Tennessee, we have a much smaller dining room, but I wasn't willing to get rid of the whole table itself. We just knew we couldn't fit 15 feet of table into one area. So we decided that it needed to be revamped somehow, but we no longer have the ability to do that because we got rid of all the woodworking tools when we moved to Tennessee. So my husband searched for a woodworker that had great reviews. We could see his work. It looked good, everything. He gave us a quote, and I believe it was around $3,000 to get this table done. I choked, and I was like, oh my gosh, do you know I could buy a really nice table for less than $3,000? But this one was sentimental. And I'm like, are you sure this guy can do it? We talked to him. We got on calls, FaceTime. I had a whole Pinterest board of exactly what I wanted, no questions asked. So he gets started, the legs of the table, and I said, this is exactly what I want. He's like, okay, well, I actually can't do that. I have to outsource to someone that has a lathe that can make them. So we're like, okay. So he does that, and then we get it back. None of the legs matched. It wasn't anything that looked like what I had wanted. Like the picture of the inspiration boards that I had sent, this is what I want for legs. It didn't look like that at all. So I'm like, just forget that. We'll deal with the legs later. Let's keep focusing on the table itself. We came up with the measurements that would fit here, but we knew that we'd have to have leaves put in. So we're like, let's do 2 leaves because it was so big, one big leaf. If we ever move again, which most likely we will, eventually, hopefully I have a large family sitting around this dining room table again. So these are the leaves themselves. They seem okay. So, okay, to continue with my story, he sent us a picture and I was like, stop all work. This is not going the way that I want it to. I'm going to show you why it's not going the way I want it to. Now we put half down, so we put about 1,500 into this table. He was supposed to pick it up from us and drop it off for us. It was supposed to have legs. It was supposed to have finish, like it was supposed to be sealed, stained, the whole, like 100% done for that price. When you separate this and put the leaves in there, all of a sudden my table went from being this to this. How is my turkey on Thanksgiving not going to end up on the floor? Because there's no support under there. There's rails that these like hook into, but he didn't even consider putting anything underneath it. He made me this. Sure, I can just shove this underneath and it's going to, I think it's supposed to go this way and carry some of the weight. Doesn't seem craftsman-like. That seems something like what I would do because I'm not a professional woodworker. So I would have to come up with some kind of fix kit to make this work. That ain't it when you're spending this much money. I had trusted someone. I had made sure that they had, like, he had a warehouse full of tools. Like, he has a whole business right here in Tennessee. And I just wish that he could have said, I've never done something like that before. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know what to do with this, but it's sentimental because, like, it was my family's, it was a tree up at camp. We no longer have that camp. And we all sat around it as a family and, like, had holidays. So, like, all these things keep adding up. It was there a good year and a half. Yikes. Not happy. So, like I said, remember he went closer. So the level of that is kind of like falling off. This is what I'm talking about here. See, like this amount of meat should be the same amount up here, and it's very thin right there. It's just gonna snap off. And that's the skirting that he put on, which is fine, but nothing matches up. These are great. These are what I wanted. This look here. But, yeah, if you put any weight on this breadboard, which someone's supposed to sit at the head or the foot of the table. Again, it's even worse on this side. Look at how little bit of meat there. Down here on the leg, he has like these weird shims because he didn't measure. This isn't lining up. He took it all off the top instead of flipping it over and trying to get that. So these are not done correctly. Yeah, see this, all that right there? That's supposed to be level. He just kept sanding it and sanding it and sanding it to bring it together. But you can see that right there, how it dips down. So we have to have them replaned, but that's gonna cost a lot more money. Some stuff that he must have accidentally done. Like he took these chips out of the sides for some reason, but you can see it's how it's bowing anyway. If you put the weight of either one of those leaves in there, it's just gonna collapse. There's nothing, no reinforcement whatsoever. This is why I prefer to do things on my own, because if I mess up, it's different than paying someone that's supposed to be professional and just losing all your money on something like that. I'm in my garage and it's really hot today. So I'm sweating in here. So I'm gonna finish up, but really unfortunate. If you're a professional, just own up. Don't fake it till you make it, because you're costing someone something, whether it be memories or money or time. But that's where we're at. Make sure to like and follow so that you can follow all my creative chaos. Have a good day, everybody.